Um, yeah. Hello? Hey, what up? Hey, you guys joining? Sorry about that. It's G here. How's everyone doing today? Sorry about the last stream. That was kind of yeah. Is it working now? I'm waiting on a couple people. What's up, guys? It's G here. Welcome to the channel. My videos, my live streams. I was just having some issues with audio, so I'm gonna wait to see if somebody can hear me this time. Actually, I'm gonna check on my end. Just gonna check real quick, and then we go from there. 1 second though, fellas. My internet's like hella bugging. Let's be real. Let me check real quick. Is it working? Okay, we're live. Okay, so this one, hopefully this one sends out the notifications. If not, we're gonna roll without you guys, but hope you guys tune in. My name is G. Welcome to the channel. We talk about stocks, options, electric vehicles, whatever you guys want to talk about, put them in the chat and we'll talk about that. But I do have some news for Polestar. We also have some Tesla news. If you guys don't mind, just ignore that last stream. That was kind of like some hiccups with the OBS stream. It was just its day off or something. I don't know. I had to restart it, but now it's working. So what I'm going to talk about today is related to Polestar, and then we'll talk about Tesla. I got some Tesla news, and then we'll also take a look at the charts and stuff, and what just a couple of key levels to watch. And as far as the stock market goes, let me just quickly do a quick overview. So for the most part, the stock market SPY has been really choppy the last 2 days. So we had FOMC meetings yesterday, and then today we just kind of digested some of that, but really not much going on. It was only up 1.24 points, one point and a quarter, but percentage wise just 0.29%. So let me know. A shout out to Soros for helping me with the audio. Nobody else would have told me that I had no audio. I appreciate him looking out for me. So yeah, before we get started, don't forget to smash the like button. Obviously, we don't have anybody in here just yet, but for those watching it back, definitely consider doing that. And yeah, we got a lot to talk about today with Polestar. We'll take a look at the chart, like I said, and you guys probably already know. I'm kind of late on this. I just been dealing with some stuff and just been on a different planet. So today, or not today, but August 16, just a few days ago, Polestar basically confirmed the production line is going to get that new model, that Polestar 6, which we've seen. It's the Roadster. It's like basically a Miata, more expensive Miata, of course. It's going to be the Roadster. It's just a convertible, basically hardtop. I wish I've already talked about this like in my last, the one that had no audio. I did a pretty good job, but I'm going to try to rehearse this again. So what was that? Yeah, so the reason I think that they're doing this is because it's coming to a realization that they might need to get more money, but instead of actually like diluting investors and stuff, because dilution is bad for an investor. Well, what happened to my stuff? Instead of diluting the shareholder and stuff, they actually considered us. So that's great to see from the Polestar investor side. Instead of doing dilution, they're actually going to try to raise money by actually doing these the Polestar 6. And so the way they're going to get money is by getting these deposits of 25,000. And so they're just going to start out with like 500 launch editions, which is basically going to be that same baby blue model, which I have pictures of it, and I'm sure you guys seen it. It's also on the thumbnail. But they're going to make like 500 editions of those, and they're basically going to raise about 13 million. So I'm sure you guys have heard about this already, but I really just wanted to cover it because this is a good thing for Polestar in the short term. They're initially going to get $25,000 up front, and that's going to really prevent them from having to raise money, because that was going to be a big thing down the like in a couple years. They're probably going to have to do an investing fund round and probably dilute, right, or do some sort of fund thing to get more operating cash. But now doing it this way, it's kind of like a workaround. I guess the only downside to this is if they actually don't end up getting to the Polestar 6, right? So I think it's great. I just might think that they're getting ahead of themselves, because we still haven't got the Polestar 3, right? So it's going to be about 4 years until people actually start getting the Polestar 6. So from a customer perspective, like, I don't know if I would be down to like just drop 25K, and then that would be dead money for like 2 or 4 years basically. So it's definitely good on the Polestar side, but on customers, it's a lot of money. But same thing has happened with the Tesla Cybertruck, right? So people were doing deposits. I'm not exactly sure the deposit amount, but this is a big deposit, you know, just to have 25K laying around and just depositing. So it'll be nice to see how this is received and how many you know, reservations people get, or Polestar gets from the people. But yeah, for me, I wouldn't do a 25K deposit just because I could, you know, in the market or just put it somewhere else, it would definitely grow in value. And I could, you know, let's say 2026, my 25K would be worth essentially like 33,000, or you know what I'm saying, just based off investment or investing stuff. So I don't know how exactly how I feel of it. And like I said, Polestar might be getting ahead of themselves because we still need to get that Polestar 3 and actually see them actually do this thing again, right? So sorry, I just got an email from work and that's on my other computer. But yeah, on the bright side though, you know, we've been selling the Polestar 2. They've already got great delivery numbers. And we just really, me personally, I just really want that confirmation that they can do it again with the Polestar 3. And definitely in these economic times, right? So, you know, maybe doing the Polestar 2 and Polestar 1 was a little bit easier, you know, but now we have all this economy, like, I wouldn't say stagflation, but inflation, and like just a lot more fear out there, and like demand's coming down. Well, a little bit, I guess, coming down. There's still a lot of demand for it, but just, you know, there's a lot more obstacles, a lot more variables than I think back then. On the bright side though, there is more what's the word, adaptation, or there's more openness to the electric vehicles, so there is like more people like willing to actually get one. And we'll talk about infrastructure too, because I got some articles on infrastructure. And one thing I did notice on this article before we move on is when Polestar reports second quarter numbers in coming days. So I actually wasn't sure if they were going to do their quarter numbers, but maybe they're going to do those second quarters. So that'd be something to definitely look out for. And then I'm sure they'll give us an estimate of like once they get the quarter numbers out there, then you'll have a balance sheet. We'll be able to see how much is actually in their their cash books. And they might even give an update on these additions and see how those are, you know, reciprocating with investors or customers too. So don't really want to cover CEOs, quotes, and stuff. It is a great combination of power, electric performance, and thrill of fresh air and top down, right? So we've seen the car. It's actually pretty neat. I'm not a big fan of the color, and I'm not a fan of the Android or the drone. I think that's a little much, but I think it's a great way for them to raise funds without having to dilute the share. So that's basically the conclusion to that statement, to the whole, or just my thing that I wanted to touch on. I'm sure a lot of people have been covering about the new Polestar 6 coming out, but that was just one way that I saw that. And just a little bit to, you know, to show you guys some visuals on this. They're actually doing like I think like a car show or something in California this weekend or something. And let me zoom in and let me know if you guys can see this basically. And if you guys have questions, definitely put them in the comments. And we'll take a look at the chart in just a second. But basically, they're going to use that same aluminum stuff, or the frame that they've been using, or that they plan to use with the Polestar 5. And so that's going to just cut down on like research and development, and really just accelerate and have a really good system going for like models down the road, right? So not to mention that aluminum is like lighter and stuff, so this will actually reduce some of the weight. And I guess with the in-house platform will allow future cars to weigh less, and smaller traditionally built cars, providing increased range and responsive handling. So yeah, so they're basically building this bespoke aluminum platform system, and they're going to be using that down the road with all their vehicles. I think it starts with the Polestar 5. And then they'll be able to just basically modify that slightly and get the Roadster in there. And like I said, so they have like these 500 reservations. The first 500 examples of the 6 will be LA concept, and they're gonna have this baby blue, this cream leather, 21-inch rims and stuff. But you know how they did like very limited production with Polestar 1, and hopefully they don't do as much as a limited edition on that. So we'll just, I guess, like I said, we'll just have to see if they do end up reporting the Q2 numbers. I'm sure they'll do some kind of update, and we'll probably get an idea because their balance sheet will change, I think, depending on that, right? So if they get a good reception, they raise some pretty good money off of these 25K deposits, then their balance sheet will definitely be skewed a lot larger than, what is it, like 700, 800,000? So we'll kind of see how that plays out. And then, yeah, like I said, something for the weekend. They're definitely doing like this car show. Forgot what it's called. Let's see, convertible. Okay, something for the weekend. I can't find. There was a car show that they have somewhere in California. They'll be doing that, I believe. But I guess if I find it, I'll show it to you guys. If not, that's basically the car though. I have a few more articles I want to cover. Oh, this is, I guess, moving away from it. Let me see if I find that article, or if not. If not, forget it. We don't need it. They're just basically going to be showing the Polestar 6 and start, like, I wouldn't say recruiting, but start like marketing it and start trying to get that money coming back in, you know, that cash flow. So on other topics though, they're gonna start like this new headquarters. It's like a new commercial head office and commercial test drive. I think it's like multiple floors or something. But basically on the top floor or something, the upper floor, they're gonna have everything about 8,000 customers. Okay, so basically they're gonna do like customer service, sales, operation, marketing, and stuff. And then on the bottom floor, it's basically like a Polestar space. So like a test drive where they can do like, just interact with customers and Polestar specialists and just test drive the Polestar and stuff. So this isn't big news. This is just showing like more expansion into like European and other markets and really like getting those pillars and that foundation down, right? So I think that's neat. Nothing crazy here, just you know, something I did read too. We were talking about charging and stuff. Were we talking about charging, or was that in the live stream? Polestar will be investing in the infrastructure, including its expansion of the EV charging network to support customers and employees, which is really interesting comment there, right? So I don't know if this is like for real, but maybe Polestar is going to start building their own charging network. What do you guys think about that? Voice in the background. Oh shit, what happened? Is there a voice in the background? Let me see. Oh, I see what you're saying. Let me know if that's better, my guy. Dang. How you feeling about that one? Is it better? Dang, I lost my spot. Yeah, so this is interesting, right? So Polestar will be investing in infrastructure, including the expansion of an EV charging network to support customers and employees. So that's the first that I've even thought about it. That Polestar will do their own EV network, EV charging, because Tesla basically has that. And for now, I think they're like pretty closed off, which I do have an article on that. And really, like I said, a lot more people are open to the electric vehicles sector just because there's more infrastructure out there. Back then it was like too early, you know, it would be so hard to find like a charging station or something. But even like around my town, there's like more of the apartments and stuff, they're being built with infrastructure like charging stations and stuff. So it's really neat, like everything that's coming in. And I guess talking about oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, here we go. Just talking about Tesla's or Polestar possibly doing an EV charging station. Tesla is going to be opening their own charging network to possibly non-Tesla customers, basically. So I think I've mentioned this before, but I think on Tuesday there was like media outlets, or yesterday, Wednesday, that you can basically download the Tesla app or something, and there was an option for non-Tesla chargers or owners to charge it. Now, this was actually I was reading earlier, this was actually like a pilot program or something in Europe. Yeah, so pilot program in Europe back in 2021. And so I guess maybe this is the beginning of Tesla actually rolling this out into the US. And so right now, I'm not sure, I don't have a Tesla. I don't have the Tesla app either. So, but it says if you go to the app that you can see there's an option for non-Tesla owners to charge. But whenever you go to the actual, you know, location, it says there's no chargers near or not available for the non-Tesla drivers. So anyway, I think that's the beginning of actually Tesla, expanding their infrastructure to like non-Tesla customers. And basically what that's going to do for Tesla is just going to give them more revenue. Basically, Tesla has one of the largest fast chargers on the planet, and yeah, everybody wants a piece of that, right? So plenty of reasons for them to do it, and it's going to help them, like I said, extra revenue, but also they might even get some funding from the government for infrastructure bills and stuff like that. So more sales, lower capital cost. It's pretty good stuff for them, right? The only downside, I guess, would be for Tesla people, right? Because then, things are going to get busy, even though infrastructure has grown tremendously, it's still not at the level where people can actually just, stop by. And also the wait times, right? So I don't know 10 minutes, how long it takes to charge your car, but it's not like in and out, it takes a little bit longer, up to now, right? Hopefully down the road that's, improves and stuff. And obviously Polestar and some of the other companies are doing like heavy research development, investing, and just there's a lot of companies trying to cut down on charging times, or whether it's from like a charger side or from the battery. They're basically just trying to help with that, and that's going to really help the adaptation of more electric vehicles. So that's all I really have on that Tesla stuff. I have more Tesla news, right? I'm just trying to present it in a way that it kind of flows nice. But I want to pivot back over to, let me see if I find the right article. This one's loading, so I must have not covered it. Oh, okay, I haven't covered this one. Let me see, what is this? Oh, I should have covered this one before the other one. Here's the event stuff I was talking about for the Polestar 6 and stuff. So this is the one we were talking about, right? I'm pivoting back. I'm sorry, I'm kind of messy right now. But basically, what I have to say, appearances at the Pebble Beach of the Elegance in the Qual, a motorsports gathering event in California. So like I said, this is going to be a nice little place for them to start promoting and start getting some reservations, hopefully get some funding down, because that's what they're trying to do. They're basically trying to get money because they're seeing, they're looking out ahead. They're looking further down the, in the roadmap, like 2024, 2025. They're looking at the current balance sheet and their, management. It's a management thing, right? So they're looking at how much funding they got, how much, expansion is going to cost. And so they decided to do it with this approach to, promise and hopefully deliver the Polestar 6. And in the meantime, raise some money. So I think it's good for Polestar. Me personally, I wouldn't do a pre-order just because I'd rather do something with that money and just wait to see if they actually get the Polestar 3 and stuff. But I think it's a great idea for them. Hopefully they can deliver. So yeah, that's what I wanted to cover, and everything else I think is and we talked about that expansion of that location, the headquarters and stuff. But they also have, like I think I covered this one. They just opened their Polestar space in Birmingham, but they're also doing one in London. So most of this I probably have covered, but just retouching stuff if I haven't mentioned it. On the bad side though, you guys know Polestar is owned by Geely and Volvo. And I ran into this article where it says Geely Auto's earnings were basically squeezed by COVID lockdowns and chip shortages. So when they say squeeze, basically not a good thing, right? Basically, they came down. They dropped about 55% in the first half. So what is this saying though, just in general, as like, let me zoom in for you guys too. It basically is just talking that demand is coming down because just inflation and stuff, right? So some of the car sales were like 1/3 of its annual targets. I don't know how to read this one, 1.6 million vehicles. So they basically did what, like 600,000 or 900? Yeah, about 600, 700,000. No, 500,000. They made like 500,000 vehicles instead of like, okay, oh, it's 600,000. There it is. There's the number. Total vehicle sales fell 3% to 600,000. Yeah, so car sales were 1/3 of its annual target of 1.6 million. So this is just something to consider. Like they dropped, like the demand's coming down. Basically, people have to adjust to current economic conditions, basically. And also on the automaker side, right? Chip shortages is a thing. Some lockdowns were definitely hit the, production and stuff. So a lot of disruption. and the only reason I bring this up is because this is the parent company of Polestar also, but Polestar also does their manufacturing in China right now. So until they get, you know, the plants and stuff, like actually Polestar started working with Volvo in the South Carolina, this is going to be a big thing for them, right? Just lockdowns and chip shortages. So just something to consider there. Trebili Worksports stock up 72% in the last 30 days. Hey, nice, man. That's dope. That's dope. So I think I'm gonna move away from Geely. I want to talk about, I have like one or two more articles on Tesla, but I want to kind of branch into, before I go back into Tesla, I want to show you guys this video because it's with Rivian and there's actually a Ford or a Polestar mention in here. So I want to share with you guys and let me know your thoughts. It's actually a pretty good video. So I'm going to share it. You guys let me know. I'm going to zoom out so you guys can see the full picture and I'm going to play it. Yeah, we're good. So I'm going to shut up. Take a look. Oh shit, it's not gonna work.
Shares of Riven are down over 60%.
I don't think it's working. Let me check. It's not gonna work. Let me do the CC. You guys are gonna have to read the titles.
Since going public, the company's had a rough year so far, reporting a $1.7 billion loss in the latest quarter, forecasting a wider loss for the entire year. This is where we find Sazi's take today, and Sazi say Rivian is not on the same level as Tesla or Ford. I mean, yeah.
Yes, yeah, another angry, very angry Sazi take, just running roughshod off of various executive teams are not getting it done. Now, the stock price, like you mentioned, Julie, has been under considerable pressure. So I was thinking, why isn't there, I think, the same excitement around Riven?
It's not coming through, right? The audio's not coming through. This guy's not coming through. I think if I change the audio, it's gonna mess up. Let me try real quick. Let me see what I can fix. Audio properties, input. Let me see. Is he talking?
Rivian, as there is.
No, he's not talking yet. I need to fix it. I need to, something messed up. Something messed up on my. We're gonna do
Tesla.
There we go.
And of course, Ford, what it's doing in electric vehicles. And I came up with a couple reasons here, at least.
Let me restart the home here real quick. Back. Restart the video. Sorry for the interruption, y'all. Should be working now. Let me check on my end too. I'm gonna check.
Shares of Rivian are down over 60% since going public. The company's had a rough year so far, reporting a $1.7 billion loss in the latest quarter, forecasting a wider loss for the entire year. This is where we find Sazi's take today, and Sazi say Rivian is not on the same level as Tesla or Ford. I mean, yeah.
Yes, yeah, another angry, very angry Sazi take, just running roughshod off of various executive teams are not getting it done. Now, the stock price, like you mentioned, Julie, has been under considerable pressure. So I was thinking, why isn't there, I think, the same excitement around Rivian as there is a Tesla and, of course, Ford, what it's doing in electric vehicles? And I came up with a couple reasons here, at least from my, fascinating mind. First up, the founder, RJ Scaringe. Now, there I am in a cool-looking Rivian that was maybe sold at auction for $118,000, like I mentioned in our stat the day before. So RJ Scaringe, by and large, seen as a true car guy. He founded this company. I was reading a New York Times story of a profile on him a couple years ago. He told the time he was basically spending 5% of his life with his family. So clearly, he's all in on Rivian. The problem is, nobody knows who the hell he is. I mean, he's not out there marketing and getting out in front and showing his passion for the brand. Now, he doesn't have to be over the top like Elon Musk. No, I get it. Doesn't have to do that. But maybe finding some common ground with what Elon is doing and then what Ford CEO Jim Farley is doing, who has been giving a lot of presentations recently, selling the sizzle with regards to these electric vehicles. And that is part of the job. We're seeing a massive transition to electric vehicles, and it's going to take a lot of convincing for consumers to get off of their gas-guzzling cars. So you're seeing Ford, Farley out there speaking about it, and Musk doing his thing, and we're not seeing anything out of RJ Scaringe, even considering he seems to be a low-key guy based on people that I've talked to. He's got to be out there more in front. Next up here, marketing of cool products. You do not see really any marketing of Rivian's products, and by and large, this is a cool product. It has gotten very cool reviews. You could open that side panel right there, Julie, and take out a kitchen, and you could cook right out of this truck. And
Maybe they should hire you to do the marketing.
yeah, please, whatever it is. But I could go down right outside our building, and I would pretty much guarantee 10 people never even heard of Rivian, and maybe the 1 or 2 people that did had no clue about that really cool feature, and maybe a bunch of others in this vehicle, and that's a problem. And then last but not least, here is just a little thing. I think the history of the auto industry has really been built on cool sports cars. We saw Polestar come out this week, tease a new electric Polestar vehicle, the Polestar 6, which is a 2-door, exciting sports car. I think Rivian, who has been out there in recent quarters touting its cash position, over $15 billion of cash. Let's get an electric sports car out there. Let's sell some sizzle. That was the first car that Tesla led with.
So I'm not a car guy, so I don't know if they need a sports car there.
Okay, so today you can agree with me. Here's my take.
I don't know.
Time to amp up the sizzle, Rivian, and there I am potentially. Maybe that is the Rivian's first sports car, even though to me it does look like a Mercedes convertible. Nonetheless, Rivian, they got to do a better job, and the stock is acting as if they're going to have a challenging next 12 to 18 months.
We'll see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you guys think about that? So I think he made a good point, and something I didn't even mention, which was sizzle, or just bring some emphasis to, like, what is that? This is the wrong video.
Gen Z. And frankly,
no, what
we
I was
know
gonna say
nothing.
is basically, I'm gonna have to restart this, but yeah, just like bring some eyes. So Polestar is doing that. What Rivian's lacking everywhere. Basically, founder needs to be more upfront. Actually, like, have some marketing out there, which Polestar does, and then they also like compared Rivian to Polestar, and they're like, yo, Polestar's doing this by unveiling a new sports car. And also what this is gonna do for Polestar though, it's gonna like give them like more eyes, like more media coverage. Like back then, if Polestar didn't even reveal this car, like they wouldn't even be on this list, right? So it is definitely getting more exposure by doing more like this, like revealing the new model. And like just kind of leading into that, like think about what's gonna happen when people actually see the Polestar 3, back or later in October. That's gonna like start, get more coverage out there basically. And so, yeah, I think Polestar is doing pretty good. I would say they've got deliveries. They're actually working on their marketing. They're getting more exposure for marketing through like new models or just like media coverage now. So just definitely getting more eyes. And I think Polestar is really a big brand in Europe. And maybe that's why it doesn't reflect in the stock in the US stock exchange, right? Because Polestar is just barely like touching the US market. So I wouldn't be too discouraged on it either. I would just, be patient. Like there's different ways to play Polestar. Obviously the first way, which I was trying to play, is a kind of a squeeze play or something. It didn't work out, right? An options play, it didn't work out. I think at this point, Polestar is like an investor stock, at least for now, just based off volume and just no love basically. So the company's definitely there, and they're still like doing things, like pretty cool things. And yeah. So don't get discouraged if you're, I don't know, if you like the stock, it's worth it. And obviously I like it more than Rivian and Lucid. So yes, sir. But one more thing that I want to cover on Rivian is Soros dumps Lucid shares, Rivian, and adds Tesla. So basically this fund, George Soros Fund Management, they filed, so I think on, what was it, Monday, like a lot of people, their second quarter forms and filings like came out this week. And you basically get to see the updates of like what the institutionals are, repositioning, reallocating, like what stuff they did. And basically what they did, they dumped the Lucid shares and the EV maker Rivian. The fund sold 2 million shares of its biggest holding, the EV maker Rivian, and then they also dumped 600,000 shares. So like I said, well, obviously they don't own any Polestar, so, but still they're losing confidence in some of these other manufacturers, like Rivian. Their earnings weren't good. And I'm not saying Polestar's earnings are going to be good. They could still be bad just because the whole sector. I think the only good earnings that was really good was Ford, but I mean they're a legacy. They've got the networking, they got government backing, they've got tons of cash. Obviously they got debt, but with cash and just like establishment and the name recognition, you can like leverage and you can get funds and stuff. let's read some comments. I bought Polestar at 923 today. You did? Nice, man. And we'll take a look at the chart in just a second too. Lucid was a joke from the beginning. Yeah, it was. Well, you know, there's some Lucid people in here, but yeah, I don't really believe in Lucid. Their earnings was a joke, if anything. The company might not be a complete joke, but their earnings was a joke. Even Elon was trolling on my guy. He was saying that he's had more kids than there has been Lucid deliveries, which is obviously it's a lie, but he was still shooting some shots at him. But the interesting thing about this is just like what I said, is like there's they're losing confidence in some of these other manufacturers, like, which I actually like Rivian. I just don't like their valuation, and they're burning so much cash. Like if you read their earnings, you can see they're burning tons of cash on it. And then Lucid it's a mess. Like Paul said, it's kind of a joke. It really kind of is, just because how many deliveries do they have? Like 1,500 or something. And their goals are just to like meet goals that Polestar did last year, which is insane. So it's basically like these are like so far behind, basically. Like they're trying to catch up to Polestar, and Polestar is like, in reality, they're very far behind, right? Because Tesla has got so much, miles on every other manufacturer. So I don't know. I think that was neat. That the filings came out, and obviously it's not a bad thing to invest in Tesla. Tesla's overvalued too, right? Everything's gonna be overvalued, but you just gotta be able to like believe in the company and have confidence that they'll be around. And obviously Tesla's proven it. Polestar's like in the middle of trying to like demonstrate, and I think, like I said, that Polestar 3 is gonna definitely be that, that signification that they can definitely do something, right? Because there's been like tons of companies that have, like Fisker, I think like back in the early 2010s, they pulled out a vehicle, which we could probably pull it. They made a vehicle, it didn't sell well, and they ended up going bankrupt. And then they went back public by raising funds and stuff through a SPAC. I don't even know what they're trading at now. I can quickly pull that up. Let's take a look at it. Paul says, yeah, Lucid was a joke from the beginning. I started not liking Lucid when they faked the delivery amount in the end of last year. That fake commercial about the number 500 something. I don't know if you saw it. No, I didn't see that. If you got a link or something, plug it in. I didn't see that commercial. Let me quickly, yeah, I was talking about Fisker, but honestly Fisker is a joke too, so it's not even worth talking about. Actually, it might not be a joke, but and they have a lot to prove, right? Yeah, these are the delivery numbers. Let's talk about them now. I don't have to search for them. Lucid reported 97 million of revenue on deliveries of 679 vehicles. There's not even a comma behind this 600. There's nothing there. It's like less than 1,000. Like that's minimal. Like, and then they adjusted their production for a whole year of production, 2022, of 6,000 to 7,000 vehicles. So just think about that. Like the difference. So there's a big gap between Polestar and Tesla, but there's a huge gap between Lucid, Rivian, and so Lucid and Rivian compared to Polestar. So Polestar is like really in the middle, but they're way more ahead, right? So how many deliveries we got? Like 21,000. This is their goal for this year. So they're not even at 6,000 yet. We did that last year, right? Now we're doing double that. Hopefully, we'll see how things go. There's just like it's just, I think Lucid just has the name brand because he's got Peter Lewinsky or whatever his name is. They've got like people from Tesla, right? So they had great marketing like during the SPAC days and stuff. They also had like Peter, right? Like he was able to market. I think he made a commercial on one of the Super Bowls and stuff, or a Tesla Day or something. I don't remember. But it was a different time in the market, and people were just investing in it. I feel like maybe some people are backholding and stuff, and they don't know better, But I think Lucid's going to 10. Oh yeah, I think so too. It's still holding. That's another thing though. Like for some reason, a lot of these people are like perma bulls, so they're not gonna really like, cut their losses either because they're way in too high, or they want to make their money back, or they just, I don't know. I don't know if you saw the commercial. No, I haven't seen the commercial. But yeah, I just think it was neat that people are starting to lose some faith. Let's move over to, because this was a good way to segment back into Tesla. Like I said, they cut Rivian and Lucid, and then they added Tesla shares. Hold on, I'm looking for the link. Bet it might not show it just because YouTube does this thing where it doesn't show links and stuff because spam and stuff. So maybe just send it to my email. Wait. Yeah, if you want to send it to my email, you can. I don't know if, yeah, send it to my email. It's ggg.investor@gmail.com. Let me know if you send it there. I'll get it. Just send the link and then I can plug it up. Anyway, I wanted to segment. I haven't. Oh, you haven't sent it? Okay. That's good, that's good. If it comes through, I'll let you know. If it doesn't come through, I guess you'll send it over there. I'll play it though. But Tesla, I was trying to segment into Zoe said Peter Rawls. Okay, why did I say Lewinsky? I think that I work with a Peter Lewinsky. My bad. Or is it a football player? Peter Rawlinson, that's his name, yeah. Sold his shares for $800 million at $40. Yeah, insane. Pump and dump. That's crazy, actually. That's like some Trevor Milton, some Nikola kind of vibes, right? Or like, what's his name? Steve Burns? Is that his name? The guy that started Workhorse and then dumped Workhorse and then started Lordstown, and now Lordstown's like a penny stock. Yeah. So that's also something to kind of consider with Thomas too, you know? Like, I mean, obviously the business is like doing way much better than these other ones, but still, you know, definitely consider like, because Thomas is kind of quiet. I actually like the dude. I like Peter, or not Peter, Thomas. He seems like he's straight about his business. He's not playing around. Yeah, he doesn't talk much, which is a bad thing, right? So we saw that video with Rivian, and they said that their founder doesn't talk much and stuff. Kind of Thomas is kind of like that too. But I think some of the other guys are picking up some of his slack, right? By I don't know if you've seen the YouTube videos, but Thomas talks a little bit, but I think it's that other guy, that blonde dude. He's the one that does the big talking. I'm not sure what's his name. And they actually made a new video. I'm not sure if I can play it. I might plug that in real quick. Let me see if I can load it up. But Polestar released a new article or new video episode about them working on the new Polestar. So let me find it real quick. We'll just kind of episode 7. Wait a minute. Yeah, let me see. I think it's episode 7. I'm not gonna play the audio because it's hella loud. But yeah, here's the video for it, and then we'll go back into Tesla. This is the guy. Where's the guy that? No, it's not that guy. They're basically talking about how the infrastructure or the architecture is working. I used to think this was the Polestar 3, like from this video right here. Yeah, I used to think this was the Polestar 3, but this is actually, I think, the Polestar 5 now. It makes more sense because it's hella small, like in the back. So I think this is actually the Polestar 5. Again, this kind of worries me because they're like working on stuff like way down the road. Like they're working on Polestar 5, now they're talking about Polestar 6. Like, and they haven't really gave us any details on the Polestar 3. So this is, I think, definitely the Polestar 5 now that I look at it, and especially with the Polestar preset from concept to car. So obviously they're talking about the Polestar 5 here. But the only guy I wanted to show you guys was this guy right here. I think he talks way more than Thomas. Like, I think this is the marketing dude. I don't know his actual title and stuff. But yeah, you guys can go check out this video. It's on Polestar's channel and stuff. Anyway, let me get back into some Tesla news, which is Tesla basically confirming the launch of a electricity retail business. So what does this mean? Or why am I covering this? Well, I think Tesla has always wanted to, like, you know, obviously they have like different sectors. They have the electric vehicle stuff, and that can even like branch into so much other stuff, right? So they can do insurance, they can do what else? The auto taxi stuff, right? So they have so much it segues them into like so many other revenue streams, but they also want to do the Tesla energy stuff. And that's another big, you know, they have the solar panels with like housing and stuff, but they also want to do like a whole electricity to retail and stuff. I don't know exactly how that's going to work and stuff, but Tesla's going to be big massive company, and that's why people invest in it, even though it's like so overvalued, is because they see the vision. I'm sure you guys see it in like Meet Kevin. He talks about revenue that's not calculated, or forecast growth from Financial Journey, or what's his name, Financial Education, Jeremy. Yeah, they're pricing in a whole bunch of different like growth revenue streams that aren't in there yet, right? So that's why people are willing to pay so much money for Tesla. And so basically they're not really making this official, because I think they started doing some of this, or they've been trying to get into this for a while, obviously with the solar panels and stuff, but they just opened up like a new operating management for retail electricity in Austin. And I think Texas is going to be a pretty big energy market for them, just because of the droughts and stuff, and the power grids and stuff. And obviously they're located there and stuff too, but this is basically just like segueing into like opening that up. SpaceX too. Yeah. But I think SpaceX is like a whole different company. So if SpaceX goes public, it'd probably be a different but they do invest in Tesla because of SpaceX. You're right. They invest in people invest in Tesla because of Elon Musk, not just because of the cars. But yeah, SpaceX is another good one, but I think that would be like a different company ticker. It'd be like different operations and stuff. But yeah, I agree. Tesla, the Boring Company, Neuralink, SpaceX. What's the other one? Does he have another one? What's the one? Is Boring Company is the tunnels, right? Yeah, so he's got so much ideas, right? And they're gonna send everybody to Mars. But yeah, basically, if you invest to Tesla, you're in a cult, and you invest for Elon, and everything else is kind of just perks that comes with it. But yeah, anyway, I wanted just to touch bases on this, because now they're basically going to start expanding more of the energy stuff, is like becoming more realistic. Like I said earlier, they have solar and storage business rapidly. They've been doing that for a while now in Texas. And honestly, the craziest statement on here is Tesla Energy would become a distributed globally unit. But the biggest thing is their Tesla Energy business could outgrow their automotive business. So like, that's like really, I don't know, an interesting statement, right? Because the automaker and like industry is like huge. I don't know how many vehicles get made each year, but it's pretty big, right? So for Tesla's revenue to actually become like the biggest from energy, I think that'd be like, imagine them getting tons of revenue from energy, because that's a big sector, right? And then also like, it's just gonna be a huge ass company. What do you guys think? So yeah, it's crazy. I just wanted to kind of talk about that. Largest rooftop solar installation in the world at Gigafactory, Texas. So they're building that out now. And then they also plan on making a big, large battery system to do 250 MW watts. So I don't know, pretty cool. It's like just realization that this thing could be sooner than later. And it's a nice place to do it at too, right? They got the big Gigafactory here, so interesting stuff there, I would say. This one I'm not really too I don't even want to cover it. They're just basically false allegations about their advertisement for the self-autopilot. I honestly don't care too much about this. This is just legal stuff, right? So I thought I'd bring it up, but if you guys have questions on it, let me know. I want to move over to this. Wait, I already talked about that. I'm going to close it since did we talk about the networking? I think we did talk about the networking. This is the next thing. This is probably the last thing. I think I have one more article, but this is, and then we'll take a look at some of the charts, and you guys can take a look at what you guys want to. Basically, what they're talking about is delighting the customers by reducing their delivery times. So just a few things, catch you guys up on this. There's a huge demand for electric vehicles, right? Then over like the last few months, right? So there's been a lot of demand, but when like COVID and stuff shut down everything, there was like an imbalance, and so a lot of disruptions came about that. Also, not to mention, you know, the war in Ukraine, so that actually made prices go up. So there was already a huge demand, and then there was lack of supply because of the China stuff. And then also on top of like to manufacture things, raw materials were like super expensive, like nickel. That's what goes in batteries and stuff. So it was just like a huge imbalance. And basically now that Also, there's like a drought or something. I think there's like high temperatures, and they actually ended up. Hold up, I think it's a pizza man here. Yeah, they had to suspend basically some factories because like huge temperatures and stuff. That's not too big. That's just temporarily, right? But what was I saying? Let me quickly read a comment. I think they removed a video or something. I can't find that fake video that Lucid made. 2021 delivery goal was 577, and they will keep advertising that they can make it. I do remember like a 500 vehicle. I don't remember if it was an article or it was I don't remember. It was probably back in December, right? Because I remember their first earnings or something. In the end, they posted a short video starting with the number going up to 500. Oh, I never saw that. But then in the end, it was like the distance at the. Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, they were just false. Is that why they got the subpoena or something? Honestly, 500 to deliver back last year is still not impressive. Let's be real, because Polestar was already doing about what was there for years? What was Polestar's numbers the first year? Anyway, I don't remember, but Polestar 500 is still not very good for them. I wouldn't say. All Tesla factories make it difficult for potential customers to know when. Yeah. Oh, they delivered 125. Yeah, that's even worse. Damn. What was I saying here? Oh yeah, so just the big delight for customers is they're cutting down on delivery times. I think the better article is actually over here. Why am I covering it here? Yeah. Let me cover it here. This is the update. Delivery wait time cuts down for the Model Y in China, minimum of 4 weeks. Thursday has slashed the delivery waiting time for Model 3 in China. The only reason I'm covering some of this stuff is because I like Tesla too. And also this tells us that the constraints, like with supply chains and just lockdowns and stuff, all this stuff is kind of easing up overall. Like, because Polestar does a lot of their manufacturing out in China, and Tesla basically, you know, reducing their wait times is just showing that there's an easing in the market. I don't know if demand's going down. That's kind of in the air still, but the easing for wait times is coming down. So now it's about 4 to 8 weeks, whereas they used to take about 12 to 20 weeks. And so, like I said, the reason I'm bringing this up is because Polestar also, like, they had delayed orders. They were canceling, having to reorder their stuff. And so this will probably, I don't know if it's because they got their production line upgraded and stuff, but I think in overall, you know, just like the lockdowns and stuff are easing up, and yeah, that's gonna help Polestar too with either their numbers. You know, they were trying to do some Australia deliveries. I think some of those numbers got delayed, but just overall the market, if Tesla's doing good, then hopefully some of the other manufacturers in China are, you know, kind of having some relief finally, right? So confirm that the shortened wait time first disclosed on the company's Chinese website. I think that's about it. Let's take a look at some of the charts, and then if you guys have any questions, just put them in the chat. So anyway, what did we see here? Let's start with today's range. Today's was a nasty sell-off, let's be honest. And I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. I think we've talked about this, and I've said there were some people getting hyped about getting above $10, but I told you guys not to get too excited, because obviously what happened is we would get up there, but we would get rejected, and then we get up there and get rejected. So we never really had a day where the stock actually closed above it. This is $10, right? Maybe I should do a straight line, but at $10 it never, you know, closed above it. So you can see it went up there, it got rejected, went up there, it got rejected. It never actually like traded above it, like, and then came back, held it, and then continued going, right? It always just got like, I wouldn't say these are bull traps, but it was just like people got blue balled. So, you know, after that, after it kept getting rejected, that was like, if you go into like a shorter time frame, like we could do like 15 minutes or something, you can see this is really like either like a double top here or even a triple top. So after that, after so many rejections, you know, a guy's got to quit. So same thing with like relationships, right? If she don't love you, just stop trying. But I think what's gonna happen in the short term, I think we're gonna retouch this lower level here of $9. There's really no support here until this level here. So I would just, I don't know if people, I think somebody said where they were buying today, but I think we could definitely see like 890 to $9, especially with such low volume. They just find it too easy to short the stock right now. So we could see like a double bottom here right now. Actually, that's a double bottom, triple bottom, a quadruple bottom. Is that even a thing? But that's what I'm looking for in the short term. And like it was pretty simple once you got rejected up here, and then we had this trend here, right? So I told you guys we had the trend there. Once it broke, it was a pretty aggressive sell-off after that, and you can see that much obvious on like a daily time frame. Like it was holding this level here, and then after it broke that, then it was like more of an easy steeper drop. So I shall sell them tomorrow. Nah, don't do that. No, I don't know. This is just what I was thinking. You know, it just makes sense, right? So follow the trend kind of thing. It was following the trend. It broke the trend. So now until like there's a force that stops it, which is like this support level here, or like these supports down here. Maybe when it bounces here, then it changes trend back again, right? So really just, it's like that Newton's law, right? So there's a force that's going to keep going until there's another force that changes direction. So I don't know if it comes down there, but that's what I would be looking for, just because the volume is not great. Like I said, today what's volume's 1 million, like it's less than average. Even the technicals here say sell. Like I said, I don't follow these too much, but definitely it's like reassuring to know that the computer, the algo on TradingView says it's a sell right now. But yeah, I would say this is going to be the down, probably the bottom in the short term. We'll see how it reacts. Maybe people start adding shares and stuff. I haven't looked at the options flow, but I can post that later on Twitter. If you guys don't follow me there yet, definitely consider following me here on Twitter and stuff. That's just me posting that. Yeah, you guys can follow me on Twitter. I'll try to post some Polestar option stuff. So let me see if I can. We can just do it here. Actually, let's just do it right now. Rags to riches, rags to riches. So I was looking at bills. They had earnings today. Let's just take a look at Polestar's. A lot of bearish premium today. There's 189K in bearish premium. Most of the volume is on the put volume, so so kind of down the middle, actually 52% versus 47%. But a lot of the money that's actually being traded is going to the bear side. So 64% of the entire premium is going to the bearish side. And then overall, the whole trend is 65% bearish. So this is unusual whales. If you guys don't know, you guys can check them out. I have the link down below. You can actually save 5%. But I want to just like filter out some of this stuff and see what's coming in. So there's like $10 puts that are coming in today. And they're doubling down on some puts. So 27K premium, they bought these at $2.35. So maybe some more downside. They also bought these October 21st $10 puts. Well, that's these actually go together here. Let's so that's most of the premium. Not a lot of money. The biggest one is this 27K for October. It might seem like a lot of money, but that's just because the actual contracts are worth $2 a piece. So they only got 113 contracts. So it's not like a huge position, but just based off the premium, it's the biggest option that came in here. I'm gonna do 25K just to see some of the other days, and then we're gonna see what's. I haven't looked at the flow in a while, my guys. So there's a $8 call that came in on the 16th. When was that? 2 days ago. 2 days ago. When was that? The 16th. That was on Tuesday. So let's see what happened on Tuesday. 16th here. So yeah. So they probably made some money there. They bought these $8 calls like around 10 o'clock and 10 o'clock, and they probably sold these. Have they sold these? They haven't sold these, I don't think. They bought them for $1.09. I wonder how much they're worth now. But yeah, I think they're selling like calls too, but these are kind of like for 2023. I really just want to go and look at the overall flow history. So we're gonna come over here and just look at what's the most active chains. The most active chains are the September 16s, $10 calls. Okay, so they have decent open interest. They're only about 50 cents. I don't know exactly how much they're at. They have a pretty decent spread. Most of these are 66 bullish, and then the 850 are actually down the middle. So that's good. You want to see puts that are bullish, not bearish. So that's kind of leaning in our favor. And then they have the $12.50 that they're currently selling. It looks like about 6,000 open interest. Oh, interesting. So what I want to look at is actually here, flow history, and I'm just going to look at the open interest and see if that's been going up or coming down. So it has been going up. That's good. That means that more money's probably flowing in. Now we just want to look at the bearish premium, and that's coming down. Let's look at the bullish premium. It looks like it wants to curl up. I don't know. Does it look like it wants to curl back up? Let me see how it does with the price. So when it curls up, how does it react? So yeah, you can see like when it curls up and the bearish premium starts curling down, then the price starts going up. So yeah, I think maybe like just going back to some of the price action. So I try to tie some of the flow with the chart. I think this might be the bottom, and then people will probably start getting more calls, hoping for a bounce off of this level here. That's what I'm thinking there. And then let's just take a look at some of the other chart like COPE and stuff. Let's just get an idea. So COPE has basically stayed pretty much the same. And where's the gamma at? The gamma is like nowhere to be seen. Like down here. Okay, so that's not that great. I will say there's more call volume. So the total open interest that we talked about above, there's 147K in volume versus 88K in puts. So definitely leaning more bullish. Over the last 30 days, the volume is 7K to the bullish side and only 4K to the put side. So those are good indicators there. Put to call ratio about 1.1, so pretty much break even. But today, obviously, we did not have a good day, and the stock sold off. So the bullish premium was only like 34%, 21%. So actually, like even into yesterday, just reading yesterday's some of the flow, you could see that maybe today we were gonna have a sell-off, right? Because there was a lot of calls, but there was like very little bullish premium. So what is that telling us? They're probably closing out this call volume. So let's see. I was looking at for some ridiculous Lucid ads. They definitely took them down 100%. I clearly remember that ad. Anyway, you should also cover other stocks. I got you, bro. Yeah, no. Normally, normally I'll do like an EV update like during the week, like once or twice or something, just depending. I haven't really done one, right? And then I'll do like stock market updates. And I like your streaming. Thank you, sir. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, hit the like button for me. I know everybody kind of dipped by now, but I appreciate you guys hitting the like button for me so we can get this video out and just get more people in here. But no, yeah, for real, like I'd be streaming like stocks and stuff, but I do have like a little section for the EVs, you know what I'm saying? So let me see, like usually if you guys go to the channel, it's usually popping. It's usually popping in the channel. Let me see. Yeah. Hey, so we're live right now. Look. Let me see. Yeah, we're live right now. I got my links up here if you guys need them. But yeah, I cover Polestar and then also like earnings and Polestar and stock market updates. So you guys subscribe to the channel if you want. Hit the like button. And then yeah, I talk a lot about EVs, and then we talk about earnings, and I talk about some tinfoil hats, and I get some speakers on here, right? So I got Trippy, he jumps on board sometimes. I'm Korean and have pride in Korean big companies. Could you cover Solid Powers? I know what that is. SLDP, right? Is that Solid Power stock, if possible? We can talk about it in the live streams. Electric battery company it is. Yeah, I've seen it. I think it was a SPAC. There's tons of battery companies out there. I don't follow that one too well. The only reason I follow that one is because Polestar is well, not Polestar, but Volvo, which is like Polestar's parent company. They invested in Northvolt or North. Yes sir. Was it? I can't remember the name. Northvolt, I think, is what they invested in. Hey, that's cool though that you're Korean. What time is it there now? Northvolt stop. Yeah. Northvolt and Volvo. Let me do that real quick. Yeah. Oh shoot. At Northvolt, right? Yeah. Canada. Oh, my man's in Canada. Hey, except the cookies. Yeah, so the reason I follow some of the battery stuff, I mean, I like the electric vehicles and stuff, but the reason I follow this one is because Volvo is actually like partnered up or invested in Northvolt. And they've got like some factories coming out and stuff. They've already got a battery or something. So this one's cool, Northvolt, but I don't think they're public yet. And then so there's like this one, there's Microvast, there's a few different oh shit. There's a few. Microvast is another one. This one's a Chinese one though. Microvast Holdings, this is a battery. I should do a live stream where we just talk about all the battery companies. What you guys think? I'm not very good with battery companies, but there's a lot of battery companies. There's like this one. This is a Chinese one. The other one is Freyr. Let's see. I got my DD. I know my DD. I got some DD that I can share with you guys, but a lot of these are like pre-revenue companies, so I really didn't even want to talk about them. But yeah, good to know. No, yes sir, yes sir. Freyr is another one. So products, energy storage systems, and obviously they got some names on there. But yeah, this one's another company that's working on batteries. What's the other one? Solar power, right? Yeah, we'll talk about solar power. The other one is QuantumScape, right? So yeah, I got the DD, my guy. I know some DD. This one's actually held up nicely, I guess. SPACs were like $10, and this one's like at 11. This is the one I think Bill Gates is invested in. Yeah. So yeah, there's tons of battery companies. I've seen them. I just don't have the DD on them. The EV sector is just huge, right? So you can play it from the auto manufacturer. You can play it from like the charging stations that like ChargePoint. What do you think of Polestar's expected 562 million profit? Where is that from? Where's that from? Can you send me the link? The link, I got to see the DD to confirm it's real. But what I was saying, the EV sector, just the whole, it's gonna be like hella tax heavy. Like we're gonna end up paying for this. It's a really neat idea, but it does suck if you're a taxpayer. Because we're going to end up paying for some of this stuff. So, like, all these tax credits that people are getting for manufacturing. Hey. So I'm a physicist. And, oh, shoot, you're probably, like, smarter than me, man. I want to tell you something. Don't trust any companies that has the word quantum, LOL. They are damn jokes. They're like Lucid, yeah, exaggerated with ads. Yeah, and I don't trust Bill Gates a little bit. Yeah, especially when someone says, yeah, the people that talk the most are usually the people that do the least, right? So, damn, now I feel like I'm talking about myself because I talk so much, but yeah, they don't know about quantum stuff. Okay. TradingView on the daily. But what do you think of Polestar's expected 562 million profit? TradingView on the daily. Dang. Huh. What does that mean? What does that mean, Azus? Help me out here, King. I have a nice little Excel sheet of charging stations. I have a nice little Excel sheet of the charging companies. Not the charging, the automaker companies. I need to make a nice little Excel sheet of battery companies. But yeah, I have tons of them. Like I said though, and a lot of them are pre-revenue, and they have like all these promises, right? And who knows which ones are actually going to deliver. That's why I don't invest in the charging company or the charging battery companies, because it's so early for those, right? And then yeah, you know how Paul says quantum, don't trust them. So yeah, I stay away because they're pre-revenue. They're still in the quotation developing, researching and stuff. So, it's too early to invest. And especially like in this market, I don't want to invest in pre-revenues because those are going to get shorted. They're just going to get attacked or they're going to go bankrupt. So there's a lot of like risks. But you know, if you can see the product, if you can, you know, if it's out there, if they're making revenue, then it does mitigate some of those risks, right? Because they're making some kind of bread. Trading view on daily interview. Damn, where is it? Okay, so I'm here, my guy. What's up? PSNY 500. Oh, is it here or something? Trading interview, trending view, trading view. Let me clean this out. I don't see the profit. Trading panel on daily interval. I'm hella confused, dog. Is it down here or something? Is it a news or something? You said profit. 562 million profit. Is it on the data or something? Hell nah. Maybe notes? News. Let's see. Autonomy vehicles. Is it any of this? It's not any of this, is it? Send me a link. Send me a link. And I can merger. This is all the news that's coming out. You said profit. 562 profit. Talking about volume? Dude, I'm so lost. Oh, wish I could help, man. Send me an email if you can. Send me an email with a link, description, or video or something. What's up? So what's up? What are we talking about now? Let me go back to the watch list. Let's go to the watch list. So yeah, and zooming out, you can see double bottom, well, double top. So now we're gonna get a triple bottom. It's an M for money. This is a, yeah. So I think this range is reasonable, somewhere around this range, and then you can maybe load up on options and then try to get a bounce back up to $10. I honestly don't see this coming down so much because they're funding money. Obviously, they're gonna need more money, but they're doing it through a, you know, a reservation for the Polestar 6. They're not diluting shares. I don't know about the SEC filings and stuff. I don't know if like all the shares are unlocked. Does anybody know about Polestar? I don't keep up with the SEC filings, so I wonder if there's any share lockup stuff. Do you guys know anything about that? If there's any lockups and stuff, then we could definitely see lower numbers. But if there's no more lockups, then I think the bottom is probably around 850, 860. Just, you know, just based off some of these fundamentals. Yeah. And so we got targets of, you know, re-hitting 1050, I would say. I'm just drawing right now, but yes sir, yes sir. Trading view on the daily. No, man, it's all good. Should not have bought PSNY. You know what? It could, honestly, I could be wrong, and this could be like, you know, the bottom, and then it could be making like higher lows, right? So maybe that was the bottom today, and then it keeps going. I'm just looking from a bigger picture, but you know, it could just be doing lower highs, you know, which is good. It's healthy. It's good to, like, you don't want a straight shot up. You want straight up, come down, straight up, come down. So it could go both ways, you know, but we'll just see how it goes tomorrow. I'm thinking down here though, just based off volume, and there's like really no support. So the support's like all the way down here. So I'm expecting at least 909. No need to give hope. Nah, it's not hope. It's just faith. It's just, obviously I've been doing bad too. There's a double top though. There's the double bottom, making a triple top. The letter E is at the violet letter under the chart. The letter E. Oh, earnings. Oh, you're talking, this is earnings. What is this? This is earnings? I just noticed this. Oh. Okay, I see you, Zeus. Yeah, that's weird. Approximately August 31. So sometimes TradingView is wrong. Let me check. Let's just look that up. Polestar earnings. Let me look that up. Because I thought they weren't going to do earnings till Q3. I'm just going to pull it up here for you guys. Investor relationships Earnings date July 13. File the latest earnings report. Yeah, I didn't know about earnings. Let me look at what. Obviously, their numbers is not right. Sometimes they do wrong earnings here. So let me clear this out of the way. Yeah, that's weird though. More financials. Let's click on this. Annual income statement. Their market cap's only 4.4 billion. That's not right. So that's why I wouldn't trust the TradingView like on SPACs and stuff, because some of the data is delayed. Other companies it's good, but yeah. See, we don't even have like cash flow and stuff. What is this? Operating minus 300. Some of this stuff's not right, I don't think. Yeah, I wouldn't trust TradingView with earnings like for SPACs, because I don't see they didn't even have these earnings, right? This isn't them. Like they didn't do any estimated earnings back then. This is probably for the SPAC, the actual SPAC or something. I don't know. Did they do these earnings last quarter? Yeah, I don't think this is right. I would just wait for an yeah, I would just wait for an actual announcement for them to do it. I do want to cover Tesla though. I don't know if you guys like Tesla. Where are we at with Tesla? This thing is looking good though. When is this? Oh, the split's here. Today was, when was the split? For Tesla, it's in a couple days, right? The 24th or 25th. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of trend lines in here. Kind of messy. But yeah, we basically, what we did was we flagged out, consolidated, broke back out, retested some of these high, like this double high here. So it's still looking good. Market's really just behaving, and we could probably talk about the market now. What is the market doing? So I haven't really been following the SPY. I've seen it, but I think we have one more leg up on the SPY, so you can see it better on the 1 hour. We've been consolidating on this ascending wedge here. Oh shit. We've been let me say that again. We've been consolidating on this wedge here, but it came perfectly to this, so I think we get one more leg up. Maybe 333, 334. Or I'm sorry, 434, 435. Especially because tomorrow, like I said, it's a big expiration date. I expect a little bit more upside, and then yeah, maybe up here to 340, 434, and then I don't know. We'll kind of see how it goes there, but things are getting really tight here, here. Like, yeah, so it just makes sense, right? It's like doing this really nice work, like up, pull back, up, pull back, up, pull back, and maybe one more. So I say we get one more push up to this trend line that we got down here, and then after that we'll kind of see how it goes. And then the last thing I want to cover is Tesla, and then I should be good to go. I'll try to stream next week, or not next week, but what's today, Thursday? Maybe tomorrow. I definitely will stream on Saturday, and we can talk about earnings, because we got a lot of earnings ahead. So if you guys aren't using Unusual Whales, you guys can definitely sign up for free. I have the link down below. But we have earnings next week. We have some pretty big ones. So let me just go ahead and do that. We'll wrap up the video with this. Next week, Monday, we have Zoom earnings. We have, I kind of did a highlight of some of the stuff. We have all these earnings, but the big ones is Zoom, Intuitive, Pinduoduo. We have some Chinese stocks, JD, Pinduoduo, XPEV, I think is reporting. I'm not sure about that one. And where's the other one? Box is like just like Neo. I don't think Snow, Autodesk, Salesforce, Nvidia. We have Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Grab. This is like a Uber and stuff, like Grubhub and stuff. Burlington, Alta, Dell, and Affirm. Affirm's gonna be a big one. I've actually already been bearish on it. And then Workday is another one. Policies, which is this website? This is Unusual Whales. I've put a link in the description. You can sign up for free if you want to sign up. Use the referral code that I have, Option Spike, and you'll get 5% off for your monthly subscription. But I would just check out the free one. And then if you want to, yeah, I would just check it out. And if you want to upgrade later, I would check it out later. But check it out for free. And then if you, make sure you like it and just learn. And then after that, you can upgrade if you want. but I have a link down below. It should be in the description. Just make sure to use the option spike as the referral code. That way you can get a discount if you sign up. This is the anticipated earnings for next week. So these are some of the big ones that I'm looking for. Nvidia is going to be big because semiconductors, and then snow, I guess, is like more cloud and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Affirm is a big one. And then we have some more retails and stuff. But yeah, earnings are kind of dying, but I'll do the stream this weekend, and we'll kind of go over some of the ones that I want to play options and stuff with. So I think that's gonna wrap up the stream. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, definitely do that if you want. And here's the link to Unusual Wells as well. And then I have a Discord. You can join there for free, and TradingView and just all the other good stuff. So if you guys don't have any questions, I'm gonna wrap it up. So don't keep you guys waiting and stuff, dragging things out too long. I think we did a pretty good stream though. I appreciate you guys showing up. We covered Polestar pretty well. Oh shoot, this is bright as fuck. Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see how they do with the reservations and stuff. And like I said, the main thing I wanted to take out of it is, or you guys to get out of it, is that they're raising money without having to dilute you guys. So that's about it, guys. I hope you guys have a great evening, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Shout out to Paul Azuz for showing up to the stream. Appreciate you guys. I think there was one more guy. Oh, Trey Villy, but he was in here for just a bit. So appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button if you can on the way out. And God's good, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Keep moving forward. Signing out. Peace.